Hey guys, Liquid here, and welcome back to Let's Answer Some Questions. Where last left off, we were answering some questions, but post questions below, and I'll answer them again sometime in the future, in the next couple weeks or so. It seems kind of drifting away from like the weekly thing and more of a every few weeks. But to get started. The king of all but one kings asks, why are you posting in 6 o'clock? Now, I'm not sure what, by that, I'm assuming that then you are in American Central Time, because I schedule all my videos recently, like, I scheduled them all to go up at 7 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, usually. Like sometimes I might change that up, but that just tends to be how I do it. I'm not really sure if it's very efficient or whatever, but that's just what I do. Royal Guard has sends his regards. AJ Camacho asks, so I'm going to be taking a Japanese class in college after seeing how much you learned in a time span of a year. I want to ask some advice as someone to begin, especially since I'm anxious about the difficulty. So, advice on learning Japanese. I would say that my best advice, just general advice, would be to try to do whatever you can to alleviate this anxiety, and I know, and that might be easy to say, but just know that things will come to you when they will come to you. And just try to enjoy the language and whatnot. Honestly, I would also recommend to do a lot of, maybe not necessarily studying outside of school time, but do interact with the language. Watch things like watch anime or and stuff like that. Try to challenge yourself, and maybe just listen to like podcasts, even if you don't understand them. Just interact with the language a lot, and eventually things will become more clear and whatnot. One YouTube channel that I highly recommend, who's got a lot of videos going into great detail about like the mechanisms of various aspects of language learning, is Matt versus Japan. Another one is also Steve Kaufman, who has like videos in general about in general on language and whatnot. But good luck, and hopefully you enjoy it, and hopefully you learn a lot. Like the thing about me is like I say, like from what I understand a lot about like a lot of Japanese college classes, like it's from what I've heard is I've heard tales of them being very very fast, and also tales of them very very slow. Like there's probably the most popular Japanese textbook is this thing called Genki, which is divided into 2 volumes, like Genki 1 and Genki 2. And I've heard like stories of like people of like college classes that have gone, it's like taking like 2 years to go through like Genki 1 or something like that. Whereas, if you're doing it self-studying wise, you can probably get through it in like, 3-4 months. Like obviously you're probably not going to completely digest all the material, but it will still be, nestled in your brain somewhere, to recognize and whatnot. But yeah, good luck. And a lot of the thing is, myself, I'm still learning, and there's a lot that I don't know. I do admit, but for me, like recently I've been sort of going a little bit light on like how much actual Japanese media I've been consuming, but there were definitely just periods where I was just reading Japanese books for like just hours a day, and definitely you know added up and paid off. It's not just I understand that you know like I said, I don't really consider myself too you know I'm aware that there is a lot more that there is a lot that I do not know, but um I did work very hard to get to where I am in my Japanese knowledge. And by that I just mean just interacted with a lot of like I said, like it eventually it just kind of naturally will start to make sense and whatnot. I'm starting to ramble a lot here, but I guess another bit of advice is just to prioritize input rather than output. That which is to mean like focus on improving your reading and listening skills before you try to actually start speaking yourself, if that makes sense. Because if you think about it, like I was explaining to someone recently, they were asking me, the different, like the nuance between like two different things, and like they were getting like annoyed because they couldn't like really like they didn't know how to use them themselves or something like that. And I basically just said something just like try to listen and read and observe what when each is used, right? Because when you think about it, if you can't discern the differences between them, or like if you can't discern the difference or completely understand something when you hear it spoken or when you read it, then the chances of you being able to naturally produce it in a correct manner is much lower, if that makes any sense. But yeah, good luck. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. Like, even if it's just like actual like questions about Japanese, like what does this mean or something like that. Like I enjoy answering people's questions, and like I'm in like this Discord server for Japanese learners, and I do enjoy helping people out because it is like it's fun to see people progress and whatnot. Red Robin asks, is there an anime that you hate? Yeah, I find funny, like, not to pick at him, but I see that he edited the comment, but is there an anime? Any anime that I like specifically hate, like when I hear it, I was like, oh, like I don't really have anything like that. Like I'm just really at any category, like films or video games or anything. Like there's nothing that I just hate it. I just hate it. You know what I mean? Like I know that there are like certain anime that are like very like infamous, like Sword Art Online, which I don't really. I've never actually seen it, but like I don't really have any just indignation for any specific anime or anything. Righteous Dragon asks, did you ever play Red Dead Redemption? I'm asking because the sequel comes out October 26th. I did play it. I did not let's played it, if that's what you're asking. But I thought Red Dead Redemption was a great game. I beat it at least once. I think I started a new game at some point, but I'm not sure how far I got. But it is honestly like it is a really good game, and I've not seen really anything on the sequel, and I probably won't really play it for a while if I ever do get to play it. But hopefully it's good because that was a heck of a game, and I would like to get around to like there's so many projects that I would like to let's play at some point if when the time comes. But when I first got my very first capture card, my HD PVR 2 gaming edition, right now the capture card I use when I do record console games is a Elgato. The very first update video I did, testing out the quality and whatnot, was recording Red Dead Redemption. Like I'm not sure if you go into my channel and look up, just look up Red Dead Redemption or something like that, or look up HD PVR or some of that. You'll probably find it. Goran Yugi Dubrovic asks, I love your Resident Evil games, and my favorite of all the Resident Evil games is the 6th one. Thank you very much. That's a Interesting choice because like 6 is probably my least favorite. Joshua Robinson asks, "What do you love to do in your free time?" I enjoy walking, taking long walks on the beach. Fella here, I'm not sure. This cat's fella. His name's Blue. I'm not sure. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. It's just because I was hovering over it. But Cats here asks, which superhero do you think is overrated and underrated? So I guess overrated, I might say Superman, just because the the stereotypical superhero. You know, he probably is the most highly rated of all superheroes, and though I guess and like thus I guess most likely to be overrated. Plus, I just don't really find him too interesting. Though then again, I don't really know too much about him. But underrated, you know, I don't really follow that type of stuff that much to really know like a superhero that I would really consider underrated. Because if it's just trying to think of like all the people that just appear in various Spider-Man games. I might say Ghost Rider, maybe. Like mainly just because I really enjoyed the 2006 movie or 2007 movie, whatever it was. Arkham Knight asks, "Have you ever heard of Captain America: The First Avenger video game? If so, can you do a let's play of it in the future? Keep up the good work." I have heard of it. I think I remember seeing like a Giant Bomb did like a quick look of it when it first came out. And I think I remember like the combat kind of looks like the Captain America Super Soldier. Is that what you mean? I think like the combat is kind of like Batman Arkham Asylum or something like that. Though I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure if like it was really too well received and whatnot. But I can look into it at some point. But I am in no hurry to get to it. Potter's Games asks, "Hey Liquid, are you going to be doing a let's play on Spider-Man PS4? Love your channel, by the way." Well, Potter's Games, I'm glad you asked that. Eventually I probably will get to it. It's been driving the media. Like it's like been getting a lot of praise and whatnot. So probably we'll look into it. But I probably will look into it at some point. But as for when, I cannot really say. Eventually, I'll get my hands on it and check it out. Your Trash asks, "Hey Liquid, any games you're looking forward to or movies coming?" As for movies, honestly, I don't really think there's really anything. Like I'm just not really a movie goer anymore. Like I just don't really like every now and then, I'll hear some sort of conversation about a movie that recently came out or something like that. But other than that, I really don't pay attention to, movie trailers or anything like that. Like honestly, like I said, that's just something that's become sort of foreign to me almost. But games, maybe I might say not really too new of a game, but I am interested in seeing how the Spyro remaster comes along. I believe it comes out in November. It was originally going to come out like this week, I believe, but yeah, I think it was really originally going to come out yesterday at the time of recording this. But Fortunately, it was fortunately and unfortunately, it was delayed. Because it is better that it be completed and whatnot. Other than that, like I said, like I said to another comment, I am interested kind of in seeing what Red Dead 2 looks like, but I'm not really in a hurry to play it or anything like that. Yeah, I think that might be my answer. Thing, Spyro. But that's all the questions for this week, folks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. Recently on my channel, I just finished Spider-Man for the PC, or Spider-Man 2 for the PC, which not by any means really comparable with the PS2, Xbox, GameCube versions, but it was it was a little something. Like I don't really think it was as just like this pile of garbage that all the your memes might have you believe. But stay tuned for more Let's Plays, and stay tuned for another Let's Answer Some Questions in the future. Till next time, fellas, hope you guys enjoyed, and Liquid out.